original heat. I really, really think it's dope.
You have your own podcast, yeah? Can you tell us about that?
I've actually got a lot of different stuff that I'm doing. The last Rat Chat episode was probably like a year ago, but I did do a series where I was interviewing different people from different walks. All are in the music world somehow. And so I'm actually doing, right now I'm working on a show for hiphopheads.com. And we've been doing a weekly list for the last 15 weeks where we pick the best underground boom bap from, well, the underground hip hop. It's not just boom bap, it's mostly boom bap, but we picked the 7 best tracks from the whole week from all of the music. And we're going to be doing mixes, I think starting next week or the week after. I'm actually going to be DJing the mix. I'm going to be using my hardware to create the set from all of the choices. So it'll be kind of like a remix DJ list in a way.
Yeah. It's Merch, son.
Get this paid. Amen. Amen. All I ever knew.
Just hit me when you arrive, so the dog don't bark, and I'll be out.
Pompous ponderings, primary predator, kill predator.
Creatures of habit.
Just started Hip Hop Heads a while back, like in 2014, and so he goes through hundreds of emails every day pulling out the best stuff, and he's created a daily list. And so myself and Mike Titan, who goes by That Dude Spits on Instagram, him and I are kind of like a production duo for hip hop. He's an MC, I'm a producer, so we got all kinds of music together on Spotify and whatnot. But we work together to narrow the list down from the 25 or 30 that are posted every day down to 1 a day, and then we make a weekly list out of that. There's also Scuba. He works on the podcast side for the Hip Hop Heads. There's a Hip Hop Heads Mixcloud podcast, and the one that we do is for exclusives only. It's for like exclusive stuff. So when somebody has new tracks to drop, we'll do an interview with them, and anytime there's something a little bit special or different or kind of exclusive, I'll do an interview for that and build a show around it.
I'm just gonna drop it. I'm not gonna like blah blah blah. Let's just go.
Tell me about the Bandcamp.
Yep, Bandcamp. Yes.
Tell me about that. How does that work? Because I actually have an account there, but I don't know what's the story with that.
When you want to release something, you just put your image that you have for your cover art. It has to be a certain dimension. Then you just add your WAV file, and then you can put how much you want to charge for it, give it a title, and then hit publish. And if you want to add something for what you want to talk about, like the details, information, you can add stuff if you want. It's very, very simple, and you get quite a bit of the money that, I haven't like made millions of dollars, but I'm proud to say that since February, and I only charge $1, you know, for a release. But I've got almost $200 in sales just since February, and you know, only charging $1 at a time. You know, that's not like that. That's saying something to me that I'm doing something that people are enjoying. So I'm gonna keep doing whatever it is that I'm doing. You know, so you can definitely do this with a smaller fan base if you connect with the fan base on a personal level. If you're looking for big fame and things like that, you're going to give up a lot of personality. You're going to give up a lot of control. You're going to give up a lot of your vision. And for me, it's strictly about doing what I want to do and leaving something behind that is different and unique, but also authentic. I don't want to be somebody. I don't want to win or you know, I don't want to end everything knowing that I was fake. So at least you know, I'll be the hip hop Bob Ross, your neighborhood nerd. I'm the underground zero. So if I can make your day a little bit better, you know, nerds to the front. Let's go.
savage, man, savage. I use Amuse, but you have to pay some fee every year, but then you can release as much music as you want. So with the Bandcamp, do you pay anything to release the music, or they charge you when you have the sale?
I think when the person purchases
right.
your album, I think they take a small piece of it. It's probably more than you want. I'm kind of trying to sell merch and stuff too without using these other services, because there's all these apps that you can use to sell merch, but I want to actually have my own designs. I don't want it to be a design like some like random design that everybody else already has. I want to like have somebody that I know printing my stuff, you know, like just simple stuff. And so I'm selling all this stuff by myself from my own PayPal and from my own Cash App. I'm not using any other services that I don't need to. But your music, unless you're gonna like ship out CDs or you're gonna ship out cassette or ship out vinyl, you kind of have to, you know, use some sort of service to sell your music, I guess.
Yeah, what I try to figure out now is how to do it basically for free-ish. You know, I don't mind to pay the fee after the sale is done or anything like that. You know, but now like for editing you have to pay monthly. You know what I mean? For this you have to pay monthly. You have to set up your webpage, but you have to pay monthly. Everything adds up, like, you know, everything adds up. Like, so my goal now is to set up everything, but just make sure that it doesn't cost me anything. You know. And so now tell me, so you have your merch physically at home, yeah? You have to actually go and pay and buy it yourself, yeah? And order it yourself.
Yep, I got the designs myself. I, you know, worked with the guy to come up with some different stuff. And then, you know, kind of just printed out some test pieces, and yeah, so I'm taking orders. I just take them over DMs or whatever, you know. So I'm actually shipping out some stuff this week. So I got dog tags and snapbacks and hoodies.
It's your neighborhood nerd, the hip hop Bob Ross. I'm here to give you guys a look at the TheOddPilt merch, including TheOddPilt dog tags. When people show love and genuinely care about you and your brand and your vision, it gives you confidence to take the next step of evolution in your growth as an artist. This is like an alien with headphones. Got the one with the MPC on it. It says TheOddPilt right on the MPC thing, on the MPC screen. Got this one.
Nice one.
And this.
Nice one.
It says EyeWill on the NPC screen. And then this is I got a couple more, but this one, it's got like red vinyl lettering on it. So, different variety of stuff. I've got women's sizes too, so, try to have a little bit of everything, just so that anybody that wants something, and I can get different colors and specialized sizes or whatever.
Shipping out every 2 weeks, so hit me up if you want. Peace.
So tell me, who do you listen to?
I'm an underground guy, so I listen. A lot of times, what I'm doing is I'm listening to the DJ mix shows. So some of the best shows are Cut Supreme on Thursday nights. He has a show on the MixLR app called the Trim Mix Party, and it's from midnight to 3 a.m. East Coast time, and he does a top 50. So I'm usually, listening to Gorilla Grooves with Fred Ones. He also does all my mixing and mastering, but he's got a show. Actually, it's on Tuesday nights, East Coast time. It's 7 to 10 p.m. Rap FM has a lot of these shows. So you got Gorilla Grooves. There's Culture Wild Station. There's Break North Radio. All these, they all play EyeWill joints too. So that's dope. So yeah, I listen to I'm mostly listening to my peers, Mike Titan. That dude spits has got some of the illest lyrics, some of the best, just raw MC skills.
Yo, the odd cat, my bad, but God raps. Get your headband rock with a guy smack. You rock back to sleep for you babies. Take me an on-the-job nap. From school and these drooling toddlers ponder beyond rap. I'm first contact, rhymes alien in nature. I'm fresh rolled dough. You're staler than a baker's old loaf. Took an oath soap to be trashed, afraid to be eaten. I want the whole smoke. Toke, not a bust down. These pansies hot in the pantry. I'm like, what's up now? No rapper safe from consumption. Ain't got the gumption. Only function as fodder. Gas plotters understand how Sundance kick out the intricate footwork. Look, squirt, you'll never be me. Jump down to shook earth. Heavyweight is an understatement. Can cook first. At my barbecue, one man cookout. Hey yo, I'm starving, dude.
Yeah, this guy is really, really, really nice with it for sure. Yeah, there's just a lot. I'm working on a track with A7MC, with Stress. I'm working on a track with Dope Pesci. Working on a track with Witchcraft. I'm working on a track with Honey De Niro. I already got tracks out with Cool Keith. I got another track dropping with Cool Keith soon. It's already done. I haven't put it out yet. So yeah, these are the types of people I listen to. I'm really a fan of underground, current and old school underground music.
Yeah, so you did a lot of collabs. It was a really good looking at you starting on your own and then going to New York.
Yeah, I was on I went to the Bronx this summer, and yeah, I was invited to be a guest on a couple radio stations. I was asked to perform live on the radio, so that was in the Bronx. That was crazy. Actually, I performed twice. I performed once in Staten Island on the radio, and then I performed once in South Bronx. So yeah, shout out to Rhinoceros Funk and E-Rock and everybody for just being supportive and it's been so cool to be able to be so experimental and so open with this process and having people actually encourage you and want to see you win. It's not people that are like, you know, being nice because they're gonna stab you in the back. They're actually people that are pulling for you, you know, that care about your growth. You know, not jealous, just there for you know, kind of mentorship. You know, I can say I've been mentored quite a bit in this process by different guys, and I needed it because I'm coming from a different world. So I'm trying to develop my skills and be respectable in a world that I didn't grow up in. So I've had to learn a lot and still trying to be myself at the same time.
This is test flight 21521, the odd pilot, about to get busy.
Nice one. So tell me, as you mentioned, so where would you go to learn? What would you read? What pages would you go and check? Whose accounts on YouTube you would, you know, watch? Where would you go to learn the craft? Like, you know what I mean? Where do you take your inspiration from?
I can't say that I've really, I mean, so like sometimes you'll need to get like a little tidbit of information from how to do something or whatever. Tube Digger is always a place to get like raw data from if you need like a quick, you know, like a quick little how-to type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Actually, there's not that many people that you can go and watch and learn from, you know. There's few guys that doing tutorials, you know, but that's really it, you know.
Well, and a lot of people that they do tutorials, they're regurgitating the information that they just learned themselves. And to me, I don't want to learn from somebody that's just telling me what somebody else told them. I either want to learn it from the source or I want to learn it myself. And because I've developed my own workflows, I developed a process that makes the looper in the MPC actually usable. Akai couldn't even do that, and I was able to develop a system, and that was because I do things in my own kind of time, and I experiment with things. And I've gotten information from people around me as I go, you know, like I'll get little tidbits from, you know, just people that are making videos or whatever. But there's nobody that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and watch their whole like YouTube channel for inspiration or anything like that. There's people like Brené Brown. She's a public speaker, but she's also an author. She's a positive energy kind of guru. Brené Brown. There's Goggins. I don't know if you're familiar with Goggins or not, but he's like a ex-Navy SEAL, and he's got like a crazy mentality, but he's super like positive and never give up. They're both the same people. Brené Brown and Goggins are the same person. They just have a different way of going about it. Brené Brown says you need to show up every day, even if your critics are watching, even if people are telling you you're gonna fail. You have to show up every day, because if you don't even have a chance to win. So, and then Goggins is saying, don't be a bitch. Get off the couch and go for a run. You're eating too much pizza. So they're both good. But those are the kind of the things that I look for in inspiration. It's more of a global view of things, of how to be a better person, you know.
So tell me, where do you see yourself going from here now? Let me put it this way: is there any artist that you would like to work with? Is there any producer that you like, you know, you aspire to, and you're like, yeah, one day I'm gonna, like, you know, shake your hand in the studio?
Definitely. I mean, the only person that I ever said that about out loud was actually about Cool Keith. It was like 2 years ago. My daughter and I were sitting in a parking lot, and it was snowing. And on YouTube, somebody had left a comment on my YouTube page, and they said that my music sounded like something Kool Keith would want to rap to. And so 2 years later, well, this last summer, I was actually able to release a track with Kool Keith.
On the one.
Yo, what's good? Yo, it's your neighborhood nerd, the illest dude in this basement. I want to just let you guys know that new Kool Keith joint featuring Fred Ones. Even got some sound design elements from my brother Gamma Pods. It's called On The One. That's up on Bandcamp now. Please go and check it out. Take a listen. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends. Alright, see you next time. Peace.
Power of the pandemic with the skinny pants in it. Road runner ain't nothing but a Plymouth. Dodging bars like cotton swabs. Slaughterhouses where the cadence has been rented. The agencies admitted. Bullseye, the skills hit up under your fitted. You get it, you win dog ribbons. Used to have the pivot foot like Scottie Pippen. Stop spitting and flipping.
And so, you know, if I'm talking about like other artists that I would like to work with, there's a lot of cats that are in the underground that I really, really would like to work with. There's a lot of people out here. Where I see myself in the future is hopefully finding a way to monetize what I do in the live realm in a way that like makes me a legit attraction. Like I can take my little setup and go somewhere and perform for people and they enjoy it. And also that becomes something that MCs and other live performers see as valuable, and they are willing to experiment and even do live projects, do just different things. Like I would love to get people to come here and spend a couple nights making music, making videos, doing different things. So yeah, I'm definitely shooting for outside the box. I'm looking for like maybe some sort of like hardware development. You know, I just kind of have a different way of looking at things. I'm always thinking about like how I'm gonna make things easier for myself and shit like that. I'm never thinking about like, you know, do I want to like try to make a run at like a professional career at music? You know, I wish that I had like piano skills or something like that, because I'm sure that some real music theory would help me. But maybe that's something I'll tackle, you know? Who knows?
Hopefully, you know, live performance will come back when all this COVID will end, you know, so hopefully one day we'll see you on the stage, like, you know, it'll be savage.
Or find some way to do it over like the internet, you know, live streaming or whatever.
Cool also. That's cool also. Well, actually, you're doing most of it's all live streaming, yeah? You don't really edit your videos.
I do not. But I am not efficient or proficient enough or good enough at this to monetize it yet. I have a lot of work to do before I can charge people to watch me do this. I have a lot of work to do. I need another 2 or 3 years with these exact pieces of equipment, and then I think I'll be ready to like put on some real epic shit, you know.
I'd say you're ready. Like, you know, you have to come over to Ireland, you know, and, you know, they throw you to some pub.
Yo, you want to be my manager? We'll do it. We'll work it out.
Yeah, but that's the thought also. Like what I was doing when I'm doing those interviews, I always ask people, can you perform live? Would you like to come over? You know, so hopefully one day, like, you know, we grow so strong that, you know, we'll be able to, you know, jump on the plane and, like, you know,
I'm like,
that would be savage.
I think I'm ready right now. I think I've always got shit ready to go. But yeah, so you're in Ireland, so my whole family came from Ireland. I'm a McElliott, but I've got some family that's over there now. I would love to go to Ireland. I think you're doing the right thing by connecting with other people. I mean, that's the easiest way to keep your head even is when you have like-minded people around you that constantly remind you of where you're trying to go, you know? When you're by yourself a lot, which I am, but when I say that I'm in a basement by myself, I'm always on the phone with someone. I'm always talking. Shout out to Jason Famous Beats. Shout out to Pet Supreme. Shout out to, to everybody. We got a good group of dudes. We're always checking in on each other. And I think you need that. And I always felt like you could succeed if you had at least one person that believed in you. That's how I've always felt. So if you can just find one person, not that you don't, you probably have many, but if somebody hears this, get your skills to a point where you have a belief in yourself, and then, just work your ass off until you got somebody that's willing to go to bat for you and pick you up when you're down. You got to have a good connection with someone that is willing to have your back, because there's going to be times when you don't want to show up, and you have to. You have to.
Nice one. Can you tell me, you're happy down in Maine, or would you like to relocate? What will be your dream destination?
I'd probably move to Brooklyn or Bronx. I'd probably move to New York. I feel at home in New York, and it's kind of, either somewhere near driving distance of New York, or I would want to be in a warmer city, maybe like Austin, Texas, or somewhere like that. So, I can actually move, pretty relatively easy. We can move. Even Canada is like Toronto. I don't mind cold. Snow doesn't bother me. None of that shit bothers me. Now, if it was raining all the time, maybe that would get to me after a while. But snow, as long as I have some days where it's warm, I'm okay. So, but there are some beautiful places I still need to see in the U.S. I need to get to the Grand Canyon. I need to get to Yellowstone National Park. I need to get to the Redwood Forest in friggin' California. So yeah, there's definitely some spots I still need to get to.
Savage. Yeah, I don't mind the snow either. I love winter, and I love summer, I love seasons and all that, But when we talk about the dream destination for me, it's Florida. I did my research, I was traveling with my finger around the globe so many times, and I just picked Florida. And when we talked about who would you like to work with, so shout out to Scott Storch.
You know what? I try to keep everything unique, so I'm always searching for that next sound,
If one day I can be with this guy in the studio, it's gonna be fantastic. So big shout out to Scott Storch, and I actually stalk him on Instagram a little bit, stalk him on Instagram a little bit, keep sending him links to my work.
You're not making a bad decision by going to Florida. If you go to Florida, it's a good decision. I've been to Florida. I lived in Florida. It's a great place to live. The weather's always nice, but it is hot. And I personally would rather have what I have here than be hot all the time. But some people like it. So not a bad choice for sure.
I also love Canadians, when I was watching a lot of YouTube, after a while I kind of discovered I'm actually following most of the people that I would follow. They were actually from Canada. Super cool, super cool people.
Yeah, Canada is a dope spot. Actually, I've sold some merch to some people in Canada, and shout out to Stellar Cellular out in Canada. I've got some dope support from some people out in Canada. Canada always shows a lot of love. So yeah, definitely a really good, a good culture up there for hip hop, especially in Toronto.
You can tell me now about your gear. Tell me now what you use the most now those days. Because I've seen at the start you had like loads of keyboards and stuff, but you downgraded, is it? You downgraded just a few main pieces.
Actually, what happens is as I develop different skills, I realize that something that I have isn't serving a purpose, or it doesn't do what I need it to do. So if it doesn't really have a purpose, I just sell it. So what I have here now, everything that you see, I use every day. So I'll show you. Hopefully you can still hear me. I unplugged that thing. How do I flip the camera around? There we go. All right. Anyway, so we got an Akai Force. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Okay. Got an Akai Force. This right now is running some sequences of just audio that I recorded this morning. This is synths from Deluge. This is a sampler, sequencer, everything, drum machine, you name it. It's got CV, it's got MIDI, it's got audio, it's got SD card streaming. This is a L8 from Zoom. Has 3 auxiliary outputs, so I can use those to send audio to different machines. This is the Mini Nova from Novation. This is a polyphonic synth. It can be bus powered. It also has a vocoder built in. My iPad controls everything in the studio, from the lights all the way to my MIDI and my mixer. So even my mixer is Wi-Fi enabled as well. So I can pull up my mixer right here, and if I click on that, and then I go down here, I'll show you. This is pretty cool. This right here, I'm moving that, and it's moving it over here. So a little bit of Wi-Fi flexibility. This is my small modular system. This sequences, and this is an FX unit, power unit. This is we got an analog. This is a Moog replica right here. You got the VCO, which is the oscillator. We've got a filter. This is a low pass filter. Got an ADSR, an LFO. This is a magneto, which is a delay slash sampler, and it can do all kinds of different stuff. Got a traditional mixer style, DJ style mixer here with EQ on every channel. Got a polyphonic synth. This is kind of like an MPC. It's got little pads that you can like you can put a drum, like a kick right here, a snare. You can play them like that if you want. We got an MPC X. I use this to chop up a lot of my drums. My drums are over here. I play my drums into loops, and then I chop them up on the fly. So we got a Prophet 6. This is a polyphonic synth from Sequential. Prophet makes some of the most best quality stuff out there. We got a MS-20 from Korg. I can turn this light on. There we go. Got an MS-20. Oh, my finger's been in the way the whole time. And then we got a Prophet Rev 2. Another polyphonic synth. And then underneath this vinyl right here, I've got another MPC, the old school MPC. That's the 2K, the 2000 XL, and a little Casio thing, and my vinyls down there. And I got a Digitone over here, and that's a mono station. I got a push too. We got a APC40 MK2. We even got a camera switcher. This is a 3-input HDMI camera switcher from Roland. I can have 3 different angles. I got a Canon 80D DSLR. I've got 2 EOS M's, and then I got more modular right here. That's rings. I got a DJ scratch module right here. I got 3 monitors right here, like a monitor setup or whatever, and then my mixer. This is the heart of the studio, Allen Heath Q32. It's got a whole bunch of outputs and inputs. I got my MPC Live 2 sitting over here. I got this Casio thing that I got from Goodwill, and hold on, I got this junk thing. I still have it. This was from my first YouTube video. I still use that. And then hold on, I'm gonna show you what I got upstairs real quick. I got another studio type setup up here, so when I'm upstairs I still have access to some music. So in here, got my dog. First of all, he's chilling. He's hanging out. What's good, buddy? And then right here is my other setup. This is ASRX from the 90s, and that's a sledge. That's from well, Waldorf and Studio Logic got together on that. So yeah, man, that's, let's see. Oh, I did spin it around, didn't I? Shit.
Yeah, you did.
Hold up. Yeah, man, so that's pretty much it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tell me now, what your electricity bill is like?
Oh, it's definitely not cheap. It's definitely not cheap to run a full music studio, but I guess for me it's worth it. It's worth having the ability to create, the ability to oh, I didn't tell you about the computer. Here, you'll probably be into this. That's an i9 9900K Intel processor, and got 32 gigs of RAM. It's got a terabyte SSD, Evo 70, and it's got a 2 terabyte hard drive, well, built in there.
Monster.
So yeah, that's pretty dope. But yeah, I don't really use computers to make music, so go figure.
Do you have security cameras and a gun?
I actually have security guns. Yes, I do.
Nice one. You have to have it, right? We don't have guns in Europe, but I have my axe. If you come fuck with me, I have my axe.
I wouldn't want to see an axe if I was an intruder, for sure.
Look, what I wanted to say, we touched on everything now, so thanks for sharing all your story, very inspirational, and so thanks, man. Thanks, it was a pleasure. Hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, we're hooked up now, so we're linked up.